So this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve it. He feels like all the improvements were made, and tonight he's the best featherweight the UFC has. And
it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger, and I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. Well, Brian T-City Ortega was 14-0 with a no contest when he ran into Max Holloway in his first UFC championship opportunity. That night didn't go his way, but a lot of people think he has all the skills and all the makeup to eventually get that belt around his waist.
You don't lose, you get an opportunity to get better, and that's what Brian Ortega has to do after he lost that fight to Max Holloway. He will look to take those lessons learned in the octagon over the course of 4.5, 5 rounds and apply them to his career as he goes forward. He has the skill, he has the heart, he has the ability, but now you just got to put it all together if you want to realize a UFC championship.
And of course, if you hear the ladies screaming, that's because T-City has taken his shirt off in the inspection zone. And now our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Now for the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Diego Lopes. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Brian T-City Ortega!
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. Well, who would have thought 5 years ago in a straight kickboxing match that Brian T-City Ortega could hang, if not beat, most of the best featherweights in the world? Certainly in our fighter meeting this week, he talked a lot about striking, but if this fight does hit the canvas, decided advantage, of course, to T-City.
Punch got blocked there.
Trying to kick the leg out. Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Push kick there to the body.
Oh, guillotine here. That guillotine is tight.
Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a bit on flu. He's got the side now.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out. Now he's going full out. He's way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Nicely done. Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by Ortega. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. good job understanding the transition.
All right, rubber guard now, DC. Some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions. They're very rare submissions. Gobo plata. But if the guy has any understanding of submission defense, he knows how to stay safe in this position. So there are advantages to being here, but the danger isn't so vast that you should panic.
Yeah, we've only seen a handful of omoplatas in UFC history. All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
Nice combination of elbows there by Ortega. Under a minute now to go round one. Oh, man, this guy's got elbows for days, huh?
He throws them up. He throws them across the body. He just has a variety of elbow attacks.
Rubber guard form now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work trying to advance position to your ground and pound. Right. If you play in there, you can find yourself in a lot of danger if you're not careful.
All right. That round was definitely not yours. We need this next round. And we need to get back up. Just take you down.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men, stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go with round two.
That's a great kick landed there.
All right, so we didn't see any takedown attempts from the BJJ player in round one, and as yet, he still hasn't attempted to take this fight to the ground.
Very surprising approach by this guy. He's so good on the ground. I would have expected him to try to get it to the ground earlier in the fight. But as we go on, it's starting to become very clear that that is not the game plan tonight.
Well, missed on that one. Head kick.
Beautiful block there.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
He's going guillotine. Oh, nice guillotine there.
Oh, how about this as he jumps to side mount to try to counter the guillotine. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a... Look at him attacking that guillotine.
Oh, could be the beginning of the end. That looks tight.
That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish, but he cannot rush. He cannot allow his opponent to get to his back.
Oh, how on God's green earth did he get out? Nice job to reverse position there on the ground, and now we'll see what he can do with the dominant position.
Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Now under a minute to go in the second round. Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
You see what I'm talking about? He has no answers for anything you throw at him. He did everything beautifully. Just stay.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round 3 of a possible 5. Picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
Oh, big left hook there. And once again, looking for that highlight reel KO with that front kick. Straight punch there again, been there all night. Fast, hard head kick there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are gonna count. All right, doing work with the jab. Oh, gotta keep pressing here. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Oh, looks like he's got the sub locked in.
Nice. Oh, good defense, yes.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing. Yeah, he's trying to get to the darts here.
Oh, Darce choke, locked and loaded.
He's out. One submission defense on display.
Close guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage? Oh, might be trying to set up a leg submission here. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
Working on to finish the heel hook, he's got to secure the legs and keep the hips past the knee if he wants to get a finish.
Oh, what a move to escape. And now he's on the attack.
Wow, that was tremendous. First escape, and then go right back. How about that? He avoids submission and gets right back to his feet.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by T-City, Brian Ortega. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
All right, beautiful. You won that round, all right? I just need you to keep doing what you're doing. Go right there, keep putting the pressure on, just like we do.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The 4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by Ortega. Check, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach. Oh, nice. That one snuck in. Nice strike. That was a nice transition. That was right off the strike into the takedown, and it looked effortless. It did not look like he had to work hard to finish his takedown at all.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Obvious redness on the right side of his body. Nice punch from the clinch by T-City, Brian Ortega. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move. Guillotine jump.
Oh, that killing is tight. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Lands with the ground and pound here. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotines, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out. Just go for the finish. In the half guard. Get them out here.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running a guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Lands with the ground and pound. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Setting up a sub here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, so now he bails on the submission.
He bailed, and rightfully so. You keep the dominant position. Great job. Very smart fighter we got there.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, fifth and final round. Rip the body there.
Beautiful head kick lands for this guy.
T-City gets caught with that punch. Both guys appeared to land there. Oh, he somehow ate that overhand. Wow. Well, the most significant stat in this fight, and you can see it right there in plain sight, bottom of your screen, the body strikes. His opponent has had absolutely no answer. He hasn't lowered his guard with the elbow whatsoever, and I'm not sure how many strikes to the body he can take before he ends up crippling here. We'll see. Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now. Able to get back to his feet yet again. Oh, but not a good look for the judges here. Look how wobbly he is. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish him.
He rocked him. He hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. He could not shut the lights off. And now he's past trying to find that shot again.
Oh, collar tie.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, great submission defense. Working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. T-City getting pounded by those hammer fists. We might get a stoppage here. All right, into full guard here, DC. I know you don't like hanging out here for too long.
No, you don't want to stay there. Too much of a submission threat. You got to pass.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Ortega. One minute to go in the fight. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Armbar.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by T-City, Brian Ortega. Oh, beautiful fight instinct there as he reverses position, and now he's got the dominant position.
He did a fantastic job recognizing, man.
Back and forth action right until the final horn. That one's gonna hold up in the fight of the year conversation. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Brian T-City Ortega!
All right, so they go the full 25 minutes, but in the end, the champion goes out the way he came in. Still the hunted at 145 pounds. Congratulations to the still undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world.